Good evening, everyone. I hope you enjoy your time with us tonight. Since there are new people, there is new people today. So allow me to give a proper introduction how to meditate here tonight, so everyone can enjoy and find inner peace together in this session. However, just give me a few moments to set this up, since we are also broadcasting on our YouTube channel. Okay. Let us begin. First of Oh no. Oh my God. All right. So let's start by finding yourself the relaxation and comfortable feeling. Gently close your eyes, feeling as if you are taking a rest or about to fall asleep. Relax every single part of your body, starting from the top of your head. Relax down to forehead, eyebrows, and eyelids. No need to use your eyes or try looking inside yourself during the meditation. Making your face feeling soft while clear all the thought in your head. Make you feel light and continue down to the neck, shoulder, back, body, arms, forearms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Relax your abdomen, allowing yourself breathing more easily. Continue further down from your hip to your legs and knees, down to the tips of your toes. Making sure that yourself is properly adjusted. You would feel that you are content or enjoy to sit right here at this moment without any worry about your body from now on. Kinda like yourself is transparent, blended in with the atmosphere inside this place. Once you are done adjusting the body, let's continue to adjust the mind. Empty the mind, free all the thoughts, and imagine that you are alone in a place that you like to be by yourself, like somewhere on top of a mountain, somewhere in the forest near the river, feeling free and calm. No more thoughts, no more worry, just yourself all alone in this world. Take a deep breath, slowly breathing out and allow the mind to continue resting inside. While you breathe in, bring back the mind. Once you feel that your awareness, your mind is within yourself, maintain it there. Use your imagination or feeling that your mind is present within that body. Take a deep breath one more time. Clear all the thoughts, what left in the mind while you breathe out. Take a rest as you maintain your mind within your body. Continue on to observe, use your feeling. Maintain your mind and the relaxation in the balance. Should your mind wandering outside your body, take it easy. No need to rush or forcing the mind coming back inside. Instead, lightly imagine a star shining within yourself where you rest the mind, and let the mind be with the star that's shining inside. At the same time, if you like, you could recite the mantra to help you maintain your focus and free the mind from the thoughts that they arise. You may use your own mantra or the following mantra if you like. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Continue reciting mantra over and over until there are no more thoughts, or you feel like you don't need to use the mantra anymore. So let's take the time, continue our journey toward inner peace. Let's take a few moments in silence until the appropriate time. Maintain your awareness inside. Continue on. Allow your mind to stay within after the meditation. So tonight, you can be with inner peace and be mindful from now on. Then slowly and gently open your eyes. Sappha Puttha Nupavena, Sappha Dhamma Nupavena, Sappha Sangha Nupavena, Sattha Soti, Bhavantu Te. May you be with inner peace. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoy your time with me in this session. All right. Hope it wasn't too long for you. Is it with me? Well, the thing is that today it's Thursday session, so it's a little bit longer than Tuesday session. Okay, it's intermediate session. All right. So allow me to check how you progress. At the very least, we meditate about quite short today, just only 40 minutes. Does anyone feel at least relaxed? Could you raise your hand? Thank you. Does anyone experience like time fly by fast in these 40 minutes? Or feel your body light? At least a little bit? Few moments, it's fine, it's count. Really? Oh. Right. Does anyone experience brightness and joy or feeling like you don't want to quit meditation at some point? Okay. That's a sign. When you feel that you're content, it will be like kind of like you are still there, but you feel like this is it, and you just keep diving more and more. Anyone feel like that? That's it. That's a correct feeling, because when you are feeling like that, that's a sign that your meditation experience keep diving in is progressing. But don't expect anything that, oh, next time it's going to be like this. Just all you have to do is stay, do the same thing you did tonight. If you can remember, try to recall. That's the key for you to progress. Okay. All right. Well, since you had learned a lot of a lot of interesting story, whether it is about the Lord Buddha or other of what's it called, uh, Thich Nhat Hanh presentation, right? These are quite interesting. So let's go back with the basic story that I prepared for you tonight. The story topic today is the story of Muttakundali. Okay, it's an Indian name, Muttakundali. What it mean? It mean a golden round earring. Okay, what is story about? Let's find it out. Okay. You know what? Earlier I forgot to turn on the mic. So those who are online, I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, it is already done, but you cannot undo it. All right. This time I won't make a mistake. All right. Now, the topic for tonight, the story of Muttakundali, which is mean golden round earring. Okay. Golden ball earring, like that, just like you see in the picture. Before we get to that part, let's take a look at the Buddhist view of life, which is going to be quite basic understanding to the Buddhist in this story. The Buddhist view of life is quite different than the Christianity or other religion. The view is of life itself that is like this. They view it as death in our life is unavoidable and it is not the end. Because once one passes away or leave this body, one must continue in a different form and must continue in what is called the cycle of rebirth. And in order to escape or exit this cycle of rebirth, well, we can't, because before we get to that part, let's speak a little bit about the cycle of rebirth. It is known as samsara uh, in the name in Buddhism. Samsara is governed by only one law, which is called karma, or the law of karma. And it is considered as a prison for all beings. These are the cycle of rebirth, kind of like when you are doing something wrong, you'll be punished, put into jail or in the prison. These are like that too. However, in this cycle of rebirth, the law that governs it as the karma, it states that no one can salvage us from our sins, or anyone can pass his sin to us. An action, good or bad, produce a result, and a person is directly responsible for his own deeds and is also the direct recipient of his karma, as we'll show in the following story. Okay, so in order to escape this cycle of rebirth, the Buddhists are encouraged to practice the following way of living, and they are the hard practice in Buddhism. One, practicing of generosity. Number two, keeping the 5 precepts, and practice of mental cultivation. By doing so, just as as every action is governed by karma law, by give, you shall receive in return. Because you practice generosity, when you share, you get something back in return. Like, it's not going to be the same thing like that you give your money, you get money back. It's not like that. When you give someone something, they appreciate, you receive that appreciation. And when you in time of need, if they are a good person, they come back to you like that. Or when practice of the 5 precepts, or it's kind of like 10 commandments, but there are only 5. Number 1 is no killing, no stealing. By practice of these 2, you gain respect and love by many. But if you want to gain trust, practice of avoid sexual misconduct and no telling lies or using false speech, you gain respect from others on that. And practice of avoiding intoxicant or taking intoxicant like drugs, alcohol, or cigarette, which harm the body and causing one to lose consciousness. These are the 5 precepts that practice in Buddhism. But please take a note in here. It is encouraged, not required or forcing. Okay, which means what? As it said that every being governed by the law of karma, they have their own conscience. But please be aware, what one do, it will come back. So breaking the 5 precepts, the one who receives the consequence is the person who breaking it. Okay, and last is practice of mental cultivation, which will be practiced sometime when we have a lot of difficult or feeling difficult day. Practice of mental cultivation allow one mind to take a rest. Once the mind feeling finding is taking a break, it has more ability, more capacity to do more things, good things for the future. And based of it all, when you're feeling good, your conscience is better. When you are very tired, you tend to get irritated or angry more easily. That's because the mind working a lot. Therefore, when you free itself, taking a break, it allows one's mind to be in a better condition and health. And so, these are the hard practice. And what would it do then? Let's take a look for the story then. Before I go, let's go with the character in this story. It's not much of the character, but the name, what's really troubling me. So let's just get it with simple introduction. Number 1 character is the Buddha. We all know what he looked like behind me. The next one is Adina Pubaka. See, I couldn't pronounce it neither. So it's a father. But this one is quite simply Muttakundali, the son. These are the 2 that are gonna be character in this story. As the Buddha, he will, like the man who saved the day come at the end. So let's take a look at the story then. There once upon a time, in the city named Savatthi, there was this man, a millionaire. When I talk about millionaire, it's not like a man who plays stock and rich like that. If you imagine like Warren Buffett or investor who are like to invest money and have a lot of things, this is what is called millionaire in the time. So they are like merchants, traders and things. But the thing is, he is he is so I'll say so stingy. Very, very, very stingy. He don't like to share. That's why people call him this name. The earlier one, this one. That's why people call him this name, Adina Pupaka, which means a man who never give anyone anything. That's a name, all right? And then he has a son. Okay. Once his son was born, he loved him very much. And he liked to make an earring for his son. But he feel like if I pay the money for someone to make an earring for my son, it would take a lot of money. Just let's make it round, simply round like that. So they call him son Muttakundali, a man with golden ball earring, like that. And that's how the name. He loved his son very much, but he also very stingy as well. Then, just like the story said, he make his son a golden earring and then put it in there. So people in town calling him Muttakundali. As the story goes, one day, as he turned 16 years old, he has fallen ill, and his wife also very, very stingy too, but she is not very, not very well known in the city because the husband is more famous on stingy. So he said, "Oh, husband, please help our son. He is ill. Is ill. I'm not sure what it's called in English. His skin turning pale and he could not eat. What is that called? It's not like chicken pox or smallpox or something like that, But his skin turned pale and yellow, cannot eat anything. So she asked him to help. All right, I will go find a doctor. But wait, if I go find a doctor, I have to pay for the fee. That's not good. So instead of go see the doctor, he went to ask, "Hey, my son has this kind of symptom. Can you tell me how you make the medicine?" So the doctor said, "Here, bring these herbs, mixing them together, add these ingredients." Okay. And then he went there, he making the drugs for his son. And after he did that, he gave it to his son, taking. When he tried to heal his son, it's just worse. He just, I cannot, my pain, my stomach. And in the end, his father was like, "Oh no, I cannot save my son anymore." So the last minute, all right, I have to get the doctor. So he went to ask the doctor, "Please come and help my son." And when they come, "Oh, your son is beyond help. I cannot help. Let's accept that he is gonna die very soon." What? But you are the doctor. You have to help me. Help my son. I cannot. This is beyond my help now. So he has no choice. And oops, all right, it's spoiling. So when his son is about to die, the news spread. He thought that if people come see my son, they will see everything in my house. I don't want that. So he put his son in front of the house and said, if anyone want to see my son, just see him in front of the house. That's it. So he put his son in front of the house, just like that. So he is dying in pain. And in that next morning, the Buddha himself was meditating. He has the habit that whenever he's going to leave the temple, every morning he must meditate first. And in his visions, who is going to be the one that he need to go help? And in his vision, in his meditation, he saw that this father and the son will be benefit from his help. So that's in that morning, he put on his robe and bring his bowl, going with his monks into the city to go for collecting alms round. On that day, he walked to the house of this billionaire. Please omit the name. It's too difficult for me to say. So he saw that Muttakundali was lying in front of the house in pain, but he turned the other way around. So the Buddha used his power by uh, sharing his radiance on the back, as you can see. Just here we have the routing radiant too in the statue. When his radiance come, Matakunali was looking the other way, feel, what is that light? The flash of light. So he turned, he saw the Buddha. This is the Buddha, the well-known person. I was so unlucky. My father is a fool. A fool in here is not like a stupid person like that. It's a fool in Buddhism. It means those who have their wrong view of thinking, do something that doesn't benefit them, but also hurting others, like his father. My father is a fool. That's unlucky I am. But this is not my. This will be my last moment. But at the very least, I got to see the Buddha. And then he was showing respect to the Buddha. And at that last moment, he passed away. When his time has come, he was thinking that at last he has to meet the Buddha. At just 1 second, it was his lucky moment in life. And so, with that moment of his joy, he passed away and was reborn in heaven. Speaking of heaven, it is quite different than the Christianity. Okay? Speaking of that, the being in heaven in Buddhism, they call a deva. Okay? A deva sometimes translated as an angel, but it is not an angel. The angel in Christianity is the being that created by the God. But the deva that used in this term sometimes may not make it confused. So I'm going to use the term deva from now on. The deva is a being or a celestial being, which is a new form of a human being originate from the good karma when one's passed away. Okay, they could be human, they could be a man or woman, but depend on their karma. But once they were born in there, they are not an angel, like I mentioned. They live in heaven only temporary. Their time is over. Since I tell you, they must go in the cycle of rebirth. When their time in heaven is over, depend on their karma. Sometimes they will be reborn as a human, sometimes be reborn as an animal, but depend. Sometimes they go to hell, depend on that because of their karma dictated. All right. But anyway, let's get back to this. This man, Muttakundali, was born as a deva in heaven. But as his son passed away, his father was mourning, "Oh, son, come back to me. I am so sorry." Was stay in front of his tomb. Come back to me, keep crying every day, saddening of his regret moment. Muttakundali after he was reborn, he realized, I'm not human anymore. Then he was looking, how did I come to this? Because of my thought of the Buddha at that moment that I feel lucky. This just moment is so possible. Then he looking with his power, looking at his father. My father still mourning him. Then I must help my father to realize correct his way of doing. So he disguised himself as a young Muttakundali, but because of the father know that his son already passed away, he didn't realize that it was his son in disguise, but looking similar to his son. So he said, and he keep crying next to him in the next tomb. The father asks, "Young man, what are you doing? Why are you crying?" The young man said, "Well, you see, I have my beautiful chariot, but I don't have a wheel. I needed 2 more, but I could not find it that's suitable." "Young man, don't worry." But he was not, because he has feel affectionate to this young man because it's looking like his son, his dead son. He said, "Young man, don't worry. I am a billionaire. I can get you anything I want. Promise. Just name it. I'll bring it to you. Really? Sure? Anything? Yes, say it. Then the young man said, please bring me one, one view that made from the sun and one view that made from the moon. Then the father said, are you stupid? Why don't you ask for something that's possible? Then the young man said, well, who is more stupid? I am asking something that I can see. But you, who asking for your dead son to come back, which one is more stupid? Then he realized, after that, oh, he become to realize. That's he telling this that, Father, I am your dead son, but because of my merit that I had seen the Buddha before my end, it bring me to become a deva. Really? Before we talk about merit and punna, in Buddhism they call this punna, bun, punna, this merit, bun or punna. In Thailand, people like to call bun. Okay, when they say bun bun bun, it means punna is a Pali word or merits. It doesn't have the definite name because when you use the term merit, it means getting something in return. But bun or punna is more like a positive energy created when doing good deeds. For this young man thinking of the Buddha that he was met at the last moment, but it has this following characteristic, bun or punna. It will be depleted when it is used. And no one can take away a steel bun from other. And it can be shared. The more one share, the more it is increased. And it is like a currency after life. The more one has, the more one live happily. But if they don't have less, then they have to come back become human again. But last is, it has the power to make everything come true. This is the power of Bun. Therefore, it's stored in one's mind, and thus this young man, even though he didn't do much, but he was born in heaven. And so, because of this, you see, Father, I didn't do giving, generosity. I don't practice precept. I don't do meditation. But just one moment, that joy seeing the Buddha bring me this miracle. You should do the same thing, do more merit, do more bun. So, okay, he was so happy. So the next day he went to ask the Buddha to invite, to offer, for him to offering meal on that next day. And when he offering the meal to the Buddha, he said, Buddha, is it true when a person die, he didn't even making generosity, he didn't even observe precepts, he don't even practice meditation, did he go to heaven? The Buddha said, what are you saying? You just witnessed it yourself yesterday. How do you know? Well, let's call your son. Then the Buddha used his power to call his son from heaven to wait to be the witness, and then he teach the people who came to offering meal with the man in his family and the others. And so, oops, by that's the end of the story. As you can see from here, when one not careless living, one can make opportunity for themselves to be happy. Just like in the story here. And after the Buddha taught, the father himself turned to practice Buddhism, practice of generosity, meditate more, and practice observe precepts. And aside from this story, more what you can learn from here is that if even though you have done mistake in life, you may feel unfortunate, but if your mind can be taken care, make it bright with joy, just like this young man at the last moment he see the Buddha, he just feel happy. That's it. He too can be happy in the afterlife. But you have more opportunity. You're still alive. You still can meditate. So keep do that every day, everyone. So next time you come, Tuesday, Thursday, we are available. However, if you don't see me, there will be other teaching monk too. So please come meditate every day, okay? All right. Before we end today, here is some of the announcement. This is my online activity for those who are interested. I also, well, it seems like those who came from Tuesday, they joining more and more. I saw them 2 or 3 joining online now. Monday, Wednesday at 8:30 on Facebook Live, and the record also share on YouTube. And also also on Sunday, we are having Dhamma talk and meditation at 8 p.m. UK time. But on Saturday, we have Zoom only for more intermediate and advanced meditator. This one we talk about difficult topic, that questions that people like to ask and learn. All right, and this is my Facebook in case you like to subscribe, like, and share, or follow if you like. And this is my YouTube channel. Okay. For more information, you can get the flyer out at the end on your way out. And that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for the time. A little bit early for today, just only 5 minutes before the end. Anyone has question before I go? All right, Mark, the floor is yours. May everyone be with inner peace and find yourself being joyful and mindful everywhere you go.